everyone, it's Annette. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to create this beautiful background and we're going to make a card out of it. So I was practicing and just trying some different techniques that are new to me, and let's get into it. All right, we're going to start with a piece of white cardstock, and this is Nina 65-pound cardstock in white, and it's 3 3/4 inch by 5 inch. And we're going to do some ink blending first. And let's get started. I'm going to pull in some inks from Gina K. And we're going to be using, I believe we're just going to be using these colors. This is blue denim, and then this is Jellybean green. And then we have coral reef and wild dandelion. So I'm trying to think ahead because I didn't plan all of this. I just did the background, but I'm thinking ahead now to making a card. Before we ink blend, let me get this out of the way. I'm thinking about my greeting, and I just want this to say hello. But I think what'll be fun is, since this is going to be a little bit shiny, I want to put some Simon Hurley solar paste down and let it dry. This is the Simon Hurley Golden Hour solar paste, and I want to put that down and let it dry because then I will die cut my greeting from that. So what I'm going to do is just take my little mini blending tool and a foam dome blender, and this is kind of dedicated to the solar paste. But before I do that, I need my little spatula, and we will just go ahead and lay some of this on, and it doesn't take a whole lot. I'm just going to start with a little bit here, and we'll see. So I just kind of want, let me put a little bit more. Why not, right? Let's get that nice and heavy. And we will blend that out and let that dry. And then it's important to wipe, put this stuff away so it doesn't dry out. So I'm going to close that up, get that out of the way, and I'm going to wipe my foam applicator off, just get off the excess, and I will also wipe off my spatula. This stuff dries and it's very hard to remove once it's dry. So that is good, and get rid of that. And we're just going to set this aside to dry. It may or may not work, but that's kind of where I'm going with that. All right, so we're going to start with the darker color here. This is the blue denim, Gina K Designs Premium Dye Ink. And we're just going to add ink randomly. There's no right or wrong way to do this, but I'm going to just start by bringing some in off the top edge and blending it in. I'm going to go a little bit darker. And then I'll do the same from the opposite end. They don't have to be exact, but I just kind of want somewhat of a symmetry here. Okay. Bring that in. And then we'll go with, oh, it doesn't really matter. Let's do some of the yellow next. And this is the, what did I say? This was Wild Dandelion. Again, these are all Gina K inks. I'm going to bring that in the middle just because yellow and blue will blend into green, and that's, that's okay. I'll actually add another color into the mix. And then I'm just going to pop some yellow maybe here, up here, and oh, maybe just a little in this corner. Whoops. And oh, why not right about here? We'll see. We may have to come back to the yellow to help it pop a little bit. Let's bring the Jellybean green in next. And we're going to go ahead and put that in. Oh, let's go right down here. I get a lot more ink on my brush. And these inks will smooth out and blend once they dry. It'll look really nice. Let's go over here. And then maybe some right up in this area. Okay. And then our last color is going to be the Coral Reef. This is a very pretty color. So let's fill in the white space with Coral Reef. And I'm going to bring in a Post-it just so my hands don't get all super inky. We're just going to go into the white space and blend that Coral Reef in. Okay. And here's where it's going to cover up a lot of that yellow, but we're going to go back in and brighten up the yellow as soon as we're done here with the Coral Reef. Okay, yeah, let's go back in, give it one more hit of yellow. Wild Dandelion, especially in the middle. Want that to really brighten up here. Down here. Okay, you can see how that really brightened up the yellow. Okay, so let's get these inks out of the way. Oh, let's see here. Hold on. Paper towel. Okay. All right, and then next, we're going to emboss this. Okay, we're going to get an embossing folder, and I have, oh, let me get this over here. Let me zoom out. This is the Big Shot embossing and die cutting machine, and I'm using Gina K Designs embossing folder, and this is Petite Flourish. It's very, very pretty. And then what we're going to do before we run it through, I want to embossing it by itself will be beautiful, but I'm going to add ink to the embossing folder, and that's what really helps the design pop out. So you want to, on your embossing folder, find the side that is the embossed side and not the debossed side, meaning the part that is raised up. All right, so I want to ink I actually want to ink the side that is debossed, so not raised. So the flat side, in other words. So we're just going to take this Ranger Distress ink in Black Soot, and we're going to ink this side of the embossing folder real well. All right, and then we're going to just turn it over, and we're going to put our cardstock on the uninked side, and we're going to drop the folder down and close it, put it on our embossing machine platform, and run it through. Okay, I'm actually going to add a little bit more pressure because that went through pretty easily. And I want to make sure I get a good impression. So let's just add a piece of paper here. I already have my shim in, but I'm just adding a piece of copy paper folded over. I can feel a little bit more pressure there. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so there's our panel, but we're not done yet. Let me get this out of the way for now. Come back to it for our greeting. So now I'm going to add a little bit of shimmer to this. So I'm going to bring in my splat box, and what I'm going to do is I just want to sprinkle a little bit of shimmer on here, and I'm going to be bringing in my Dylusions shimmer spray in Fresh Lime, and this one recently had a clog, so it's a little bit messy, so I recommend having paper towels handy. And what I'm going to do with this, instead of spraying, because right now my spray nozzle is clogged and I need to run it under some hot water, But I'm just going to, I think what I'm going to do is bring in a stamping block. And this part I could totally skip, but I really want to get some shimmer on here. And I'm just going to put some onto the block. All right. This will work just fine. And then I'm going to bring in a small round brush. Oh, this is a number 1 round brush. And I'm just going to pick up some of that shimmer spray. And then we're just going to tap it onto the card panel. And see what we get here. I think I'm going to go a little bit more. Get a little bit more on here. I really want it to show up. It's like an iridescent lime. It's so cool. All right, that's looking better. Perfect. And I want some up in the corner because we're going to put the greeting in the middle. And I really want the shimmer spray to show. I want it to shine. Okay, so let's get this out of here. And I don't know if you can see this already, but it is already starting to shimmer. You can see that right there in the light. So cool. All right, so let's get this out of the way. And then all we have left to do is our greeting. We need to die cut that out. So I'm going to set this aside to dry. And then we need to work on this. This is the solar paste. It's all completely dry now. And we're going to die cut. Let's see. I'm going to use Hero Arts. This is a stamp and cut set called Hello There. And I'm going to use this Hello There die. But I only really want the hello part. I could do the whole thing, but I really just want to focus on the hello. So that was my original plan, and I'm going to stick to it. So let's bring the die cutting machine back in, and see, we're done with the embossing folder. We'll have to clean that. The embossing folder, the ink, the distress ink, what I really like about that is it just cleans off with warm water. It just comes right off. So we'll do that. And so now I am going to, let's see, we want to put this on. I don't think I need to tape it down. Whoops, I need to get my magic mat and get rid of these. I want to hold on. Okay, get the magic mat down. And I think that might be too thick of a sandwich, so let's get some of this extra shims out of here. Put that on there and run it through. Oh, something went overboard. All right, I had a lot of pressure on that, so I'm not sure if this will come out right. So let's see. Okay, I had to fuss with that a little bit, but it did work. I had a lot of pressure, a little bit too much pressure when I ran it through the machine, so it kind of stuck to the die. So I had to pick at it a little bit, but it came out really nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off the bottom part. Just going to eyeball that and go kind of straight across. Okay, so I am left with hello, and it shimmers and shines. Okay, let me clean up all of this, put the die away so I don't lose it. Okay, and I'm going to pull my panel back in. We got our greeting, the panel, and I have a matte layer. This is just black cardstock, 65-pound weight, 4 inches by 5 1/4. And again, the matte or the panel layer is 3 3/4 by 5 inch. So I'm going to adhere the panel to the mat. Get that down. I'm going to put a lot of tape in there because I don't want it to buckle up. And that down. Okay. I really love how these come out. They're very simple to do. And then the greeting, I'm just going to glue this down. And I'm going to use some Gina K Connect glue. And I'm using a fine tip bottle here to help get it in the small places. And let's give that a shake down. And we'll glue that all the way around. I'm going to get a little bit of reinforcements here in the center, and I think that looks good. All right, and then we're just going to put that right in the center. I'll just plop that down. I might even bring in my T-square, make sure that that's that L, the second L is level, and then we can press it. Put our trusty stone owl on there, let that sit for a minute, and then we will get it onto the card base, and that will be a finished card. Okay, actually we're going to just move that H over just a little bit. There, I like that. Burnish that down, and then I'm going to just take, this is the card base, and again it's an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper cut down the middle at 4 1/4, and it'll give you 2 card bases. All right, so we're just going to fold it over, match up the corners, and we will burnish the top fold down with a bone folder. All right, and then we will get the card panel onto the base. And we'll pop it down. And there you have it. A really cool background, very simple to do. Lots going on here. We blended some inks, and then we ran it through the embossing folder with one of the sides inked up with black soot distress ink. And then we added some shimmer, we added the greeting, and there you go. Beautiful card. I thank you for watching. I will put this card on my website, and you can find this and many other cards on my website, including some sticker sheets, and you can see that at ascarddesign.com. Until next time, make it a great day.